People who are out there saying we think Mike's too old for this fight. Tell them what you think about that.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa.
Yeah, like put up a better fight so then I could have like risen more and done more. And like he was surviving.
He was.
So.
But he got you with a couple punches. How did they feel?
Nothing. Didn't feel a thing, to be honest.
Bro, you cap.
I'm literally being honest, bro.
When Joe Rogan asked Mike Tyson about his experience fighting Jake Paul, the legendary heavyweight didn't hold back. Tyson admitted the fight was tough. Jake is young, fast, and full of energy, he said. For Tyson, simply standing toe-to-toe with someone half his age felt like a victory in itself. Though he didn't win on the scorecards, Tyson believed he gained something much more meaningful. Tyson opened up about the immense effort it took to prepare for the fight, given his age and recent health struggles. He revealed that just months before stepping into the ring, he was hospitalized, fighting for his life. He endured blood transfusions after losing nearly half his blood, a battle that nearly sidelined him for good. But Tyson pushed through, motivated by his desire to show his kids and fans that he's still a warrior. Surprisingly, Tyson had high praise for Jake Paul, despite the controversies surrounding the YouTuber turned boxer. People can say what they want about Jake, but the kid can fight, Tyson remarked. He noted that Jake isn't just an influencer looking for quick fame. He's putting in the work, and it's paying off. Coming from Tyson, the endorsement spoke volumes about Jake's progress in the boxing world.
I didn't even feel a single thing.
How?
Not even like, oh my God, that hurt. Like my skin, like the impact. It was all beard, so like the skin didn't even hurt. And then like, I don't know, I was just...
Bro, but your head moved. I even thought I saw you like wobble a little bit.
Didn't wobble, didn't have any stars, didn't feel it, nothing.
On Joe Rogan's podcast, Mike Tyson shared his thoughts on Jake Paul, calling him both talented and savvy, praising his ability to sell fights and generate buzz, key components in modern boxing. Addressing rumors that their match was scripted, Tyson firmly dismissed the claims, stating, "People just want something to talk about." He emphasized his intent to win and clarified the viral clip of Paul saying, "I got your money," was taken out of context and exaggerated. Tyson admitted the emotional impact of the fight, describing the humbling experience of losing in front of a packed stadium. Despite the outcome, Tyson acknowledged the unique challenges and strategies Paul brings to the sport, recognizing his ability to merge skill with spectacle.
Listen, understand it was a big nostalgia hit. It got our attention. It was a big financial promotion for everybody, and it actually worked. Now, the fight was absolutely terrible, and it feels like Paul was holding back his punches, and at times Mike Tyson was holding back punches.
The fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson left many fans uneasy. Tyson appeared sluggish, far from the dominant fighter he once was, raising questions about his decision to step back into the ring at nearly 60 years old after almost 2 decades of retirement. Speculation swirled that the match might have been fixed, with skeptics citing his minimal punch output and lack of energy. Professional athletes and casual fans alike questioned whether something unusual had occurred. Michael Irvin, former Dallas Cowboys star and Pro Football Hall of Famer, voiced his doubts on Asterisk, the Colin Cowherd Show Asterisk. "I saw death in his eyes," Irvin said. "I was scared. That didn't look like somebody coming to play. I kept waiting for the signature body shot and uppercut, but it never came. Somebody said there was a no uppercut clause in the contract. Come on, why wouldn't Mike throw an uppercut?" Cowherd agreed, pointing out how the uppercut was once Tyson's signature knockout move. "If you watch Tyson's career, the uppercut was the kill shot," he said. And he didn't throw one against Paul. Many fans echoed similar theories, noting Tyson's inability to land his trademark punches. Sluggish movements, a struggle to close the distance, and visible fatigue raised suspicions. Though Jake Paul's agility played a role in Tyson's performance, viewers remained unconvinced. Some believed Tyson was simply showing his age, while others questioned whether he was restrained by a strategic agreement. The controversy deepened as critics debated Paul's apparent hesitance to finish the fight. Despite having the opportunity to knock Tyson out, The 27-year-old seemed reluctant to deliver a decisive blow, sparking criticism. This restraint became a focal point when Paul bowed to Tyson in the final seconds of the fight, a gesture that enraged the crowd, which responded with loud boos. Many perceived this act as theatrical rather than respectful, further fueling speculation about the fight's legitimacy. For Tyson, the fight was a humbling experience. Despite his enduring belief that he could compete, age and time had visibly taken their toll. His once legendary explosiveness and stamina were absent, and his struggle in the ring was apparent. Fans and analysts urged him to reconsider future bouts, citing not only his diminished performance, but also concerns about his ongoing health issues. Ultimately, the fight left more questions than answers. While Jake Paul's potential as a rising star in boxing was evident, the nature of his victory over Tyson cast a shadow over the event. For many, the match represented not just a clash of generations, but a reflection on the complexities of the sport today, where spectacle and strategy often blurred the lines of competition.
If these guys went full out on each other, right, it would look bad on Jake Paul for knocking out a guy that's twice his age, right? And it would look bad on Mike Tyson if he got knocked out as well. It would tarnish his legacy. Not only that, if Mike Tyson hit Jake Paul and knocked him out, it would ruin the legacy that Paul wants to leave as he continues to fight. He didn't want to tarnish that, losing to a guy who's twice his.
The bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, far from being a mere exhibition, officially affected both fighters' records. Despite its theatrical nature, the fight felt more like a Hollywood script than a genuine competition. It pitted Paul, a fighter in his prime, against a 58-year-old Tyson, nearly 2 decades removed from professional boxing. The outcome, as predicted, painted a somber picture, an unflattering moment for Tyson and a somewhat humiliating one for Paul, who failed to deliver a definitive finish. Francis Ngannou, who had Tyson in his corner during his boxing debut against Tyson Fury, shared his discomfort at seeing his friend in such a matchup. Speaking to TMZ Sports Ngannou admitted, "It just hurt me to see Mike there in that situation. Knowing what Mike is capable of and seeing him face Jake Paul, it was tough to watch. But you have to respect Mike. He's been boxing since he was 12, and at 58, he stood toe-to-toe with a 27-year-old. That's impressive." Despite the respect for Tyson's resilience, controversy erupted when a leaked audio clip allegedly captured Jake Paul telling Tyson, "I got your money." The clip has fueled suspicions that the fight was less about competition and more about spectacle. Many in the boxing world are questioning the legitimacy of the bout, with the supposed comment intensifying debates that the match may have been choreographed. Regardless, the fight served as a bittersweet reminder of Tyson's legendary career and the challenges of stepping back into the ring after decades away. While Paul's performance raised doubts about his ability to deliver against an aging opponent, Tyson's enduring spirit remained a testament to this place in boxing history.
To answer your question, 100% this was fixed. They sat it out and talked about it. It went to decision because that was a neutral way to end it, and it went the full 8 rounds to keep people entertained. They didn't want it to end quickly. 100% it was fixed. It was smart on them. A big money.
A leaked audio clip has ignited a firestorm on social media, reviving fierce debates about the legitimacy of celebrity and exhibition boxing matches. The controversy erupted after a former user, Konos, tweeted, "Jake Paul was caught telling Mike Tyson, 'I got your money. What more proof do we need that these fights are rigged?'" The tweet, accompanied by the audio, quickly went viral, sparking widespread scrutiny. The hashtag scripted fight skyrocketed to the top of trending topics as fans and critics dissected the clip. Allegedly recorded during a lull in the match, the audio appears to capture Jake Paul saying the comment to Tyson while clinched. While some dismiss it as a playful remark, others view it as damning evidence of a staged fight. Skepticism about the fight was already brewing due to its slower pacing and lack of high-intensity exchanges. The leaked audio has only fueled suspicions, with many accusing the event of being a prearranged spectacle aimed at generating profit for the participants. Die-hard boxing purists and casual viewers alike have voiced their frustration, arguing that such controversies further undermine the credibility of crossover bouts. Critics claim these events reduce the sport to mere entertainment, tarnishing its reputation in the process.
You know, Shannon, you're Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? We've been covering sports. I've been covering sports for 30 years. It's one thing for an exhibition here, there, whatever, but you can't continue to be allowed to build a career without getting into the ring with fighters. And if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Shannon, I think the Mexican monster himself, David Benavidez, I might be wrong, but I think it was him. He said, I'll fight him. Now, this is a man that fights at 168, Molly. Jake Paul was in the ring at 228.
But
no, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying he was in the ring at 228, and you got a cat 60 pounds lighter than him saying, I'll fight you. You know why? Because what they're saying is, when you gonna fight real boxers?
Boxing analysts have criticized the recent bout between 58-year-old legend Mike Tyson and 27-year-old Jake Paul, calling it a blemish on the sport. They argue that if reports of staged elements are true, it confirms fears that such events prioritize profit and spectacle over boxing's integrity, undermining its core values. On the other hand, Paul's fans claimed his star power and ability to generate excitement bring new energy to the sport, albeit at the expense of tradition. In a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium in Arlington, Texas, with 70,000 fans and some paying up to $2 million for ringside seats, the atmosphere was electric. Ultimately, Paul dominated Tyson, leaving even Tyson's coach, once a staunch believer in his abilities, to admit defeat. Critics lament the blending of entertainment and tradition, questioning whether such spectacles serve boxing or erode its legacy. Interview clip. The aftermath of Jake Paul's latest fight has sparked controversy, with accusations swirling about whether the match against Mike Tyson was rigged. The claims, which originated from undercard fighter Sarah Bailey during an interview with ES News, alleged that Paul took it easy on the boxing legend. Bailey remarked, "I think Paul took it easy," and suggested the fight might have been predetermined. Although Bailey and others shared this suspicion, no concrete evidence has surfaced to support the allegations. Jake Paul addressed the controversy directly, acknowledging during a post-fight press conference that he scaled back his performance as the fight progressed. "Yeah, definitely a bit," Paul admitted. "I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt. There was a point where Tyson was not engaging back. I could just tell his age was showing a little bit." Paul also noted that he struggled to generate excitement in the match, stating, "When someone's just surviving in the ring, it's hard to make it exciting. I couldn't really get him to engage me or slip shots and do something super cool or whatever." The fight's 8th round provided a poignant moment when Paul bowed to Tyson as a sign of respect, a gesture Tyson reciprocated with a gentle tap on Paul's glove. While some viewed this as a display of sportsmanship, others saw it as evidence that the bout lacked the competitive edge expected by fans. Adding to the complexity, Paul revealed that an injury had impacted his preparation for the fight. "2 weeks ago, I sprained my ankle, completely tore the anterior ligament, and snapped the other side of my foot," he shared. "I was on crutches for 4 or 5 days, and it just hindered the end of my training camp." While this explanation provides context for his performance, it has done little to quell speculation. The fallout from the fight was palpable among fans, many of whom left the arena before the final decision was announced. Boos echoed through the venue, reflecting their dissatisfaction. Social media further amplified the backlash, with spectators questioning the legitimacy of the match. Some pointed to an early moment in the fight when Tyson cornered Paul and landed a powerful left hook, but failed to follow through. This hesitation fueled suspicions that the fight's outcome had been predetermined. Despite the uproar, not everyone condemned Paul's performance. Retired boxing icon Andrew Ward offered a balanced perspective, telling KO Artist Sports, "I don't want to say it outright, but it kind of seemed like that at times. To be honest with you, I appreciate that. You honor and pay homage to an all-time great. What's the worst that happens? You get a few boos." Ward's remarks suggest that Paul's approach may have been influenced by a desire to show respect for Tyson rather than deliver a punishing defeat. Tyson himself acknowledged Paul's respectful conduct, particularly the 8th round bow. However, the lingering question remains whether Paul's performance was more about strategy or sentimentality. As speculation continues, Paul has set his sights on a new challenge, a potential crossover showdown with Conor McGregor, blending elements of boxing and mixed martial arts.
I mean, you don't get no coup to talk about, oh, he's 58. No, that's not what this is.
This was not some a celebrity. This was not for some charity. No. We're gonna do this. And Jake Paul, they asked Jake Paul, did he take his foot off the gas? Stephen A, this is what he said. Yeah, definitely a bit. I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
For now, the controversy underscores the tension between showmanship and authenticity in modern boxing. While some fans and critics decry the fight as a disappointment, others view it as a unique moment of respect between two competitors from different generations. Regardless, the debate over whether the fight was fixed will likely linger, fueling discussions about the evolving nature of celebrity-driven boxing events. Interview clip. Jake Paul has faced recurring accusations of match fixing in his boxing career, with controversies surfacing around his February 2023 showdown against Tommy Fury. Before the fight, an alleged script detailing a predetermined outcome circulated online. However, Paul's defeat by split decision cast doubt on these claims. Similarly, ahead of his fight with Tyron Woodley, rumors suggested the knockout was staged, allegations Woodley vehemently denied, addressing them in the ring with Ariel Helwani. In another spectacle, Paul described the opportunity to fight Mike Tyson as an honor, calling the boxing legend the greatest to ever do it. Tyson, reflecting on the bout, stated, "I came to fight. I didn't prove anything to anybody, only to myself. I'm just happy with what I can do." Despite these sentiments, skepticism loomed, amplified by figures like Carl Froch. The former super middleweight champion dismissed the fight as staged, citing a lackluster show at the pre-fight press conference as evidence of a manufactured performance. Froch remarked, "It's happening because it's a money spinner. From that point of view, I admire it. Jake Paul is, if nothing else, a money machine."